The views and opinions expressed in the Golden Boot podcast are those of the speaker and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of the Golden Boot podcast as a whole.
Y'all ready to get rolling? Quiet on the set. Hey, welcome back. Another hot episode of the Golden Boot. It's your boy Pooh. I got my man Ant Petty Murphy in the building. It's good with you, my boy.
Tired, dog. Don't want to go to work tomorrow. You know, the usual for a Sunday night.
Yep. Happy Black History Month, everybody. I know that's a terrible segue, but yeah,
I don't want to go to work.
Go to work. Yeah. Happy Black History Month, yeah. But man, oh man, hey, I decided to bring it back. I made an executive decision. Decided to bring it back this year. Doing the Black History facts, for Black History. You know what I'm saying? Posted on the thing. I know you've seen them. Putting them up there. We're gonna talk about the one for tomorrow. We're gonna talk about that one later on tonight. End of the show, but man, we got a good one tonight. Not much has happened in the sports world, but it's we got some stuff to talk about. Hey, niece in the building. Somebody needs some money, but she in the building. Hey, congratulations too. I saw they had some awards.
Yeah, she just got inducted into the Junior Honor Society. So
yeah, Junior National. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. That's a huge honor. Congratulations to him. You stand there looking very happy and proud. You and Butterfly Rilla. Is that gonna be her name?
Oh man, I'm so glad she's not listening right now. Oh man,
because she gonna take that. I'm gonna send it to her. I think that needs to be her name. I'm gonna send it to her. But man, I'm looking forward to the conversation tonight. Lot going on. Talk about Senior Bowl. We had the guys on. Talk about these trades. I thought the W was getting wild with, you know what I'm saying, they free agency moves and stuff. And then the NBA said, hold my beer. So looking forward to it. But let's go ahead and get into it. Give a shout out to our sponsors over at BetOnline. BetOnline.ag. We'll be back in 1 minute.
BetOnline.ag is your number one source for all your sports information, stats, news, and scores. Get the latest odds, lines, and player injury reports for this year's NBA and NHL playoffs. BetOnline is always your sports information headquarters. This season, we have you covered for all your sports wagering needs. We have everything from NBA, NFL, MLB, and NHL to golf, tennis, UFC, and boxing. BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to get your betting info, including live betting options and your favorite casino and card games that you can play right from your home. Head on over to betonline.ag today or use your mobile device to get in on the action. Be sure to use the promo code BLEAV to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet Online, where the game starts.
And we are back. Let's go ahead and get into it. Breaking news last night. We went in Twitter space. And it's funny. Dog, I promise you, I tell you this. I wish all my breaking news I can get in Perk voice. Because it was so funny. He was like, oh man. Oh, this can't be real. I said, what happened? And he said, they just traded AD for Luka. I said, everybody was like, huh? He was like, is it real? He said, Bleacher Report reported it's gotta be real. And then Tony was like, some dude named Sham is confirming it, is saying the same thing. I said, oh, Sham is the NBA version of Adam Schefter. I said, who Sham is in it's funny because I had been hearing his name all weekend because he on NBA 2K and I've been playing 2K. So Sham Canaria, once he, you know what I'm saying, I saw he posted it, and then he had to come back and say, this is real. It has been confirmed. But
yeah, that's wild, bro. I didn't believe it when I first saw it neither until he said, no, this is real. And when I saw that tweet, I was like, okay. But yeah, that's speaking of 2K, that's a 2K trade, bro.
Yeah. I don't get it. And here's why I don't get it, because we gonna get into it. I guess we can go here. Big surprise.
Duh. Luka was looked at as untradeable, bro.
Yeah.
Like he was looked at as one of the handful of players in the league that would never be traded.
Yeah. Here's why. Before we get into the other part, let's go back here. As you said, he was looked at as a player that was untradeable. Everybody felt like AD would get traded or whatever, but I honestly didn't think it would be this year. I didn't think this was going to happen. He had been, honestly, it felt like the Lakers had been doing well until he had been doing well until he got hurt. His last game before he got hurt, he had 40 and 20.
Mm-hmm.
The Lakers weren't necessarily rolling and in first place, but they looked a lot better and they were improving. I was shocked. I think everybody was, and then I think realization started setting in. But I'm gonna go ahead and ask this. I already know the answer. I know your answer, but let's get to it. Did both teams lose in this trade? Because I honestly felt like it was a lose.
Teams lost.
I felt like both teams lost.
Tell me how the Lakers lost.
This is why I say both teams lost. The Lakers lost a rim protector, and I know it's still time to go get somebody else. And I know they got people on the roster that's been filling in while AD's out, but it feels like, I mean, it's they won more. They got the better end of the trade, but it feels like they lost.
Ain't no way in hell they lost. No way in hell that they lost this trade. No way in hell. You got rid of a 31, about to be 32-year-old injury-prone center for a 25-year-old just entering his prime. Do it all forward. Ain't no way in hell you lost. Rim protectors are a dime a dozen. If that's what you worried about, rim protection. You know what I mean? Like you can get anybody that's 6'11", 7 foot, that could be a rim protector. You can't find somebody that can go give you 70 if he wants to and still give you a triple-double while doing it. You talk about building for the future. Who would you rather have, a 32-year-old or a 25-year-old?
Oh no, I agree with that.
So not only for the future is it a better trade, but I'll argue right now it's a better trade because I don't know how many games AD can win you in the playoffs, but I know for a fact Luka can win you a series.
That's fair. That's fair. Now, flip to the Dallas side. Why?
Don't
Why it don't make sense to me? The Dallas got a bunch of bigs and Kyrie.
All right, so I'll play devil's advocate.
Yeah.
Even though I don't agree with this, I'll play devil's advocate. All right, you got a 25-year-old who reportedly has gotten up to 270 pounds that doesn't play defense,
Mm-hmm.
who after next season is going to be commanding a $365 million contract. If you worried about him and his conditioning and stuff right now, what happens when he gets paid $365 million? So you sell at his highest, which is right now, before you have to give him that big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Because once he's getting paid that big money, as many teams aren't going to be interested in him. But now, since you traded him before he signed that contract, he's not even eligible for that $365 million contract no more. So whatever team has to pay him, don't have to pay him that astronomical number. So his highest trade value was right now.
Mm-hmm.
You could say we let him, trade him in the offseason or whatever, but there ain't no guarantee that you would have got this in return in the offseason, even though I think they got fleeced. You know what I mean? We'll talk about that in a second. But I think that's their reasoning for trading Luka is they didn't want to have to pay him down the road because they have concerns about his kind of like Zion, the conditioning, how much do they really care? How much do they be conditioning and staying in shape and all that? And not to mention, you got him and Kyrie, who both need the ball in their hands and who are both ball dominant. They ain't gonna coexist together for forever. You was gonna have to move one of them, and you got more for Luka than you would have got for Kyrie, in my opinion. But yeah, Aaron, that trade is negated. I mean, that contract, he can't get that contract now since he's been traded. But which is crazy to me. But so just doing a little bit of research here. Tell me who this trade was. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, Jalen Williams, 2025 first round pick, 2025 first round pick swap, 2026 first round pick, 2027 first round pick swap.
I have no idea.
That's essentially 5 first round picks.
Yeah.
And Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. That's what OKC got for trading Paul George to the Clippers. And Paul George stayed there for 5 seasons.
Oh wow.
Okay, what about this trade? Malik Beasley, Patrick Beverly, Leandro Balmero, Walker Kessler, Jared Vanderbilt, 2023 first round pick, 2025 first round pick, 2026 pick swap, 2027 first round pick, 2029 first round pick.
Is that Utah and Minnesota?
Yeah, for Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
So Rudy Gobert and Paul George, although they are good players, they got that. And the Lakers got what? They got, not only did they get Luka,
They got
got
Luka, the Kleber,
they got
yeah.
Maxi Kleber, and they got one other player,
Markieff Morris.
Markieff Morris. That's right. And then Dallas got AD,
Max Christie, and the
Max
2029
Christie,
first round pick.
and a first round pick.
In 2029.
The best player in any of these trades got the least back in return. As great as AD is, bro. Come on, bro. You basically said AD for Luka head up. It's basically what you said.
That's true. That's true.
Then I mean, I know we ain't got there yet, but hell, the Kings got more for De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah. Like I said, I feel like I'm not foolish enough to say that the Lakers didn't win in this trade. I just, like I said,
I can understand how the Lakers not have a deficit in an area because of this trade, but I can't say that they lost the trade by any means. I get your point about not having a rim protector. I get your point on that.
They didn't lose the trade. They lost in the trade. If that makes sense. If they you know what I'm saying, with the deficit.
They created a deficit because of the trade. I give you that. I give you that. But I don't think the Lakers done. I think they finna try to go get Miles Turner.
Before all this was said and done, before all this, I had been hearing rumors, and I was gonna talk about it on the show, but I know how you be feeling about the Lakers. I was like, I'm gonna wait to see it play out. I had been seeing they were talking about at one point a three-way trade trying to get I want to say it was like Zach LaVine, and there was a big from somewhere to the
Walker
Lakers.
Kessler.
It might Walker Kessler. Yeah, they were trying to get that. And I was like, that'll be, and they were giving up like, I forget who they were giving up, like Hachimura, I think, and somebody else. It may have been Max Christie or something. It was whatever, and picks and stuff. It was just like whatever it was.
I hate to say it, bro, but if you want Walker Kessler or Miles Turner, the AR-15, ain't that what y'all call him?
You talking about Reeves?
Yeah, that boy gone.
Yeah, so now at this point, you might be able to keep most of your, you know what I'm saying, outside of AD, of course, you might be able to keep a lot of your role players intact.
Yeah, I think I could see Austin Reeves in a pick and maybe Rui for Miles Turner. I could see that. And then get like a pick back in return too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think Miles Turner is a perfect fit. And I said this to my Laker homeboy earlier, who a Laker fan. Cause with Bron and with Luka, you get two of the same players. You get like primary ball handlers who have great vision, who can make every pass. Right. So I would surround them with nothing but shooters. You know what I mean? To where they can dribble, drive, penetrate, and then kick out for three. And they can run pick and roll. If you overhelp, they can kick it out for three. You know what I'm saying? Like I would surround them with nothing but long pause, 3-and-D type players. You know what I'm saying? Who can knock down a three and who can play some defense. And then go get Miles Turner, who is a rim protector, but who can also shoot 40% from three, like he's doing this season. So I think that's the perfect complement to having Luka and LeBron is players who can step out, hit the three, and who can play defense. And because LeBron and Luka not really playing defense, you know what I'm saying? So you got to surround them by defense, surround them by shooters, and a rim protector.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask this question too, because I already I know we talked a little bit about it, but I'm asking this because this kept coming up. I thought it was dumb as hell. Well, let me. I thought it was silly to suggest this, but I'm gonna go ahead and ask it. Did LeBron know?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think he had nothing to do with it. But I think whenever Dallas first called when Dallas first called the Lakers and said, "Hey, we want to offer you Luka for AD," I think LeBron was looped into that conversation about what should we do.
I don't know. The only reason why I say, because normally I would agree. And before I get to my reasons why I don't, I'm gonna say this. Well, I guess this technically is my reasons. LeBron has stated publicly he's got about, and it's funny. I say this, just like college football. You know, what I'm saying, they say a lot of stuff, and we hear stuff on NBA. You know, on the game, EA Sports College Football, 2K do the same thing. It said on the game, it was said publicly everywhere. He has said in interviews, I've got about 2 years left, 2 or 3 years left. I don't think that the Lakers or any team at this point who had, if they had LeBron, would be necessarily beholden to him to necessarily do his bidding or to saying, hey, we're doing this to please him or to make sure and we need his okay. I think, I think that eventually he was he was told, but I don't think it was when they got that call.
Let me play devil's advocate.
All right, let me just finish. I think he knew before everybody else knew. I think he got the call right before it went public.
All right, so to your point, LeBron only got a couple years left, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the Lakers gonna make a trade that affects LeBron's chances of winning the championship in the next 2 years without giving LeBron input on it?
Yes, and here's why. If you're making a trade, if you're making a trade or making a move that you know is going to be unpopular to him,
how do you know it's unpopular to him?
Because AD his boy,
but Luka his boy too.
This is okay. I think it's going to be unpopular to him, but hey, if we could sell it to you, call you right before it's happened. The saying is better to ask for apology than ask for permission. So I think it's more of
but not with an athlete like that though, bro. Like you run the risk of pissing LeBron off more because you like you ain't even give me no input on this. You just gonna make the decision without having I think that pisses him off more than you coming to him saying, "Hey, we finna trade your boy."
So you make this is why I say you make the move, right? Or you say you call him, say, "Hey, we just got this offer. We got a possibility of bringing Luka in the fold. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to let AD go. He's, saying he's pissed about it, but hey, this is what we're also doing. We're looking at bringing in, some rim protection. We're looking at, like you said, hey, we've got a chance to get Miles Turner. I think we've got a good chance of making this happen, and we're going to build a team."
You talking about the same organization that hired JJ Redick as a head coach?
Yeah, talking about the same organization that's going,
that drafted Bronny.
Yeah, and now is he going?
Now all of a sudden we're not finna talk to LeBron about the biggest decision we done made.
I just don't. I understand. I see what you're saying. I'll tell you what.
I'm not saying he influenced. Like there's people saying he got AD traded. I'm not saying that by any means.
I think that's.
I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is when they got the call, when Rob Pelinka got the call, he called Bron and said, "Hey, this is what we're thinking about doing." You see what I'm saying? Because you don't make all these moves for LeBron and then make the biggest move of all and don't consult him at all. That don't make sense to me.
I don't know.
Like, I get it. AD is boy. I get it. But at the same time, like, Luka arguably gives them a better chance to win a title.
Which is why I think it was.
Which is why I think LeBron was okay with trading AD.
Yeah. So it's not about liking the JJ hire. JJ had no.
I'm not saying I like it.
No.
Like it. I'm saying he got hired because LeBron.
Key said y'all don't like the JJ hire. It's not about liking the hire. It's JJ had no experience. He came in with
hired for one reason.
Yeah, it's like it's you literally giving a team that's, I'm not going a championship caliber. I'm not saying they're a championship contender, championship caliber. They won a championship, so a team that has the pedigree to get it done. But you got a random to run the team.
Like when Steve Nash got hired to coach Kyrie and
Dennis, stop.
AD,
Girl, go slap yourself. It's talking about it because I'm a Laker fan. Unable to. LeBron is really the GM. Let me. I'm gonna let you finish. I'm gonna address this. It's not that I don't think LeBron has not made moves in the past. I think LeBron was behind. He was behind Black getting fired. He was behind Mike Brown getting fired. He was behind what's the old boy that was Vogel, Darvin Ham. I think he was behind all of them being removed. I think he was behind JJ coming in. But I don't think that this was his move. And the reason why, all the reports have come out, Dallas was trying to move Luka. They were trying to get rid of Luka. That's why. It's not a LeBron was reading, saying, hey, let's saying get better. Let's move these chess pieces. Come on, man.
No,
a lot of that's just hate.
Like I'm saying, I'm not saying LeBron went to Pelinka and was like, hey, let's get AD out of here. But I think Pelinka said, LeBron, what you think about trading AD for Luka? And LeBron was like, I'm all for it. AD my boy and all, but if we can get Luka, I'm down for it.
Yeah. No, I'm not. No,
I don't think. I think so. This was gonna bring my next point. So you know who made the trade for the Mavs, right?
I saw you say something about it. It's because I know they're under different ownership now. It's Mark Cuban's no longer the
So the guy who made the trade for AD, the dumbest trade that you can Nico Harrison, right?
Yeah.
He used to work for Nike. And in 2013, Nike was making a presentation to Steph Curry to try to get him to sign with Nike or stay with Nike, whatever. In the presentation, Nico Harrison called Steph Curry Seth. And the presentation that they gave him was made for Kevin Durant. And on top of that, they didn't offer Curry his own signature shoe. So this man fumbled the bag for Nike with Steph Curry right before Steph became an MVP, world champion, and all that kind of stuff. And now he fumbling the bag with the Mavs.
Yeah. Oh boy. You can't make it up, man. You can't make it up.
My question now is, have the Atlanta Hawks officially won the trade?
6 months ago, I would have told you no.
Yeah, because 6 months ago, the Mavs had a finals appearance, and the Hawks ain't have nothing but an Eastern Conference Finals appearance. But now they ain't even got Luka no more in Dallas.
Trey is I don't see Trey going nowhere no time soon.
Nah, I don't think so either. When they got rid of DeJounte Murray and kept Trey, I think that was like the signal that they keeping Trey. Yeah. But let's talk about this Fox trade though.
Yes, let's talk about it.
Because that to me is very interesting. You give Wemby a running mate now, bro.
Yeah.
The Spurs get De'Aaron Fox and Jordan McLaughlin, something like that. The Kings get Zach LaVine, another player, and
hold on, I got it. Let's see here.
I don't know how to say his last name. So that's
Zach LaVine, Trey Jones, and no. I'm sorry.
City Sissoko.
I don't even see it in here. It's not even mentioning it.
So
hold on.
The Spurs got De'Aaron Fox and Jordan McLaughlin. The Kings got Zach LaVine, City Sissoko,
So, yeah.
3 first-round picks and 3 second-round picks. And then the Bulls got Zach Collins, Trey Jones, Kevin Huerter, and a first-round pick.
Yeah. Golly.
They got so the Bulls get a lot of cap space and 3 kind of role players. The Kings get Zach LaVine
2
and
guards and a bunch of picks.
a
This was all
shitload of
guards except for the Collins, Zach Collins.
Oh, they
That
got
is
well. This one got City Soko as a forward.
oh,
But
they got it as a guard on ESPN. So, but
Either
yeah,
way.
either way, it's that's a lot.
Six picks and Zach LaVine for De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah. Yeah. In this going back, the Laker trade with Dallas, it was actually a 3-team trade because Utah got Jalen Hood, Safino, and 2 picks. So
that was a cap space move. They had to get rid of him for cap space reasons.
Yeah. Yeah. That's wild. That's wild. February 6th, man. It's a lot of time between then and there. So, yeah.
Yeah, I see a trade projection where the Lakers get Miles Turner, the Pacers receive Jakob Poeltl from the Raptors, and a 2031 first round pick, and the Raptors receive Hachimura, Christian Wood, and 2 second round picks. That's just a proposal, though, a projection,
Yeah.
whatever. But
yeah, it's gonna be.
It's gonna be wild. I wonder if the Pelicans gonna make any moves, man. That's what I'm wondering.
That's a good question. A lot of people wondering and asking. Man,
that's the most NBA we done talked on the show in a while.
Yeah. It's been some other little small trades, but nothing major. Because on the first, Clippers and Jazz had a trade. Clippers got Drew Eubanks, Patty Mills. Utah got Mo Bamba and PJ Tucker, 2030 second round pick and some cash considerations. And then other than that, everything else has been kind of onesie twosie type deals. So, I did not. Yeah.
I seen somebody was like, since you see what it took to get Luka, what would your team have given up? And it was a Pelicans fan that said, Zion for Zion, fat boy for fat boy, straight up.
Yeah. Somebody was saying that, talking about his conditioning, Luka's conditioning. They say, yeah, I heard he drank too much. I was like, they say he drank, all he want to do is drink beer. I was like, think about that. I said, you know what I'm saying, when you say that, I said, it immediately put in my mind when they won the Western Conference Final. He was drinking that beer, and Michael Finley came and took it out of his hand, and he was looking like, and then he was like, okay, you know, that immediately popped in my head, and it's like, okay, I get it. So, but 270, bro, that's
what they say. 270.
Like, he carries it well. I would have said he about 240. Like he can play.
No, they saying he done gained weight.
That's what I'm saying. I would. No. Since he been hurt. Oh,
they saying he 270 now.
I was gonna say, I was looking at, I was like, last time I said, I think he can, you know what I'm saying, he can play middle or outside linebacker. He can still
probably
play, so. Yeah, but man, that's crazy. We mentioned a little bit earlier about the WNBA and some of the moves they've made. We talked about it last, about the trade with the Aces and with the 3-way Aces, Sparks, and Storm. But since then, we've seen movement like
it's been a lot of trade.
Satu Sable.
Yeah. Alyssa Thomas got traded to the Suns.
Alyssa Thomas. I think before that, Brittany Griner signing with Atlanta.
And then she signed with Atlanta. And
Brianna
then
Jones.
Brianna Jones signed first. And then Nneka Ogwumike went back to Seattle.
Yeah, I saw that. Her sister Shanae. Shanae. There you go. Dejanay Carrington.
Yeah, she got traded to Dallas where her girlfriend got traded to earlier.
Mm-hmm.
DeWanna Bonner went to the Fever. Tina Charles went back to the Sun.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy in the W next season. Lot more parity, I guess you could say.
I don't know what Chicago doing.
You me both. I have no clue. Outside of just seeing all the hate that Angel Reese is getting just for random people just posting highlights from or lowlights from the Unrivaled and like taking shots at her and stuff. Or I saw somebody from Iowa fan put together this amazing video where she said that they're not all here to watch just Caitlyn. They were here to watch me too, and all this kind of thing. He made this whole highlight film and stuff. It's stupid. It's stupid. We talked about that in Spaces last night. But it's stupid, man. It's I don't know, bro. I don't know. Danny asks, she makes the comment, I wonder if we even see more major changes after these 1-year deals. And Key asks, how old the guard they got in LOL?
83. But so the reason you seeing all these 1-year deals
is they got a new CBA.
Yeah, the CBA expires in 2025. So the cap should go up a lot, so then they can get new rosters. I mean, new contracts.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Higher roster spots.
Makes sense. Makes plenty of sense. Anything you like as far as what you've been seeing so far from in the W as far as a team who you think is just
I like what Phoenix been doing. I think the big three of Kalia Copper, or Kalia Copper, Alyssa Thomas, and Satu. I think that's a nice combo. Indiana got better with DeWanna Bonner and Sophie Cunningham, and they got somebody else. Natasha Howard. They got Natasha Howard too, so they're gonna be a lot better. I don't know what Connecticut doing. It seems like they getting rid of everybody. I like what the Sparks did getting Kelsey Plum. Atlanta, I think they need one more big, but so far I like what they've done. I'm interested to see what they do in the draft because they don't got many picks, so they got to use them right. The team that got least affected by these moves, I mean, probably like Minnesota. Because I mean, even like the Liberty lost Sloot, who went back to Chicago. Minnesota ain't really lost nobody that I can think of. Yeah, Minnesota and Washington, can't really think of nobody that they've lost or gained. They've kind of just stayed the same.
I'm trying to figure out what you talked about Chicago. They need shooters. They need shooters. That's crazy to say. That's out of context. That's terrible. Chicago needs more perimeter. Yeah, perimeter players. But speaking of, it was announced May 6th that Chicago is supposed to be, the Chicago Sky is supposed to be having an exhibition in Baton Rouge. May 2nd. I have the dates wrong.
Because it was two different graphics that came out. One of them said May 6th, and then the LSU graphic that came out said May 2nd.
But it's they'll be playing against the Brazilian national team.
So what team is Cardoso playing for?
Now I was wondering that. It's in Baton Rouge, and they said that's on Angel Reese's birthday. So I think that's honestly that's a. I think it's May 6th. That's her birthday. Is May 6th. So
I'm telling you
I know what you said. The graphics said maybe it might be
the one, unless they put out another graphic, because the one I screenshotted got May 2nd.
May 2nd make more sense because that's a Friday.
That's what I was thinking.
It makes more sense
because you don't want to do it on a Tuesday night. You know what I mean?
Yeah, May 2nd makes more sense. I might have just
you like because it was two different graphics. It was the one that somebody put out, like an insider type person put out a graphic, and then LSU actual Twitter page put out a graphic. The one that LSU Twitter page put out says May 2nd at 7 p.m.
It was a women's basketball.
Yeah, they put it up 2 days ago on the LSU women's basketball Twitter.
Yeah, I'm looking now for it now. Yeah, I see. Yep, May 2nd. That's what they have.
It wasn't announced as the 2nd, bro. That was a fan put that out as the 6th. LSU announced it as the 2nd.
Yeah.
It wasn't never switched. Somebody just got the information wrong.
Yeah. I like I said, back to original. I like the idea. It brings Cardoso, gives gives her, a chance to either play against or with. She might do both, play with and against that team. The Brazilian national team.
No, you better pick a side and stay there.
Yeah. Where's the exhibition? She might play the first half with like the Brazilian national team or something like that.
You better pick a side and stay there.
But I like it. I think it was dope. Angel Reese also, shout out to her. I know she been getting a lot of hate lately. I don't know if you saw, for her mother's birthday, she gave her she had her on her podcast, and her mother told her she would retire if her mortgage paid off. So Angel Reese paid off her mortgage for her.
That's what's up.
And gave it to her as a birthday gift, and so
that's what's up.
Moving on, man. Let's talk some women's basketball. Last time we talked, if I'm not mistaken, it was before the Oklahoma game. Because we did on Wednesday, and that game was on Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. The game against Oklahoma, that was a testy game, feisty. Everybody was fighting.
That was the referee's fault.
Clause, yeah, I agree. They let a lot go on, and in the first 2 minutes, they were it was a lot of pushing by the bigs for Oklahoma. And Samaya Smith, I could tell she had enough, but she also went too far. And same thing you talked about last year when you talked about Cardoso and you talked about Flage. You say you think Flage should have been suspended about the pushing. It's like when you put your hands on them, don't matter how much, you know what I'm saying, it should be what's called. And that's exactly what happened. It was Samaya Smith and Scott, what's the last name of the young lady for Oklahoma, got suspended. Now, what I don't like is that they were suspended. I mean, not suspended. They were ejected from the game and suspended for the next game, which was today's game.
Because you put your hands on somebody, they consider that a fight.
That's too much, bro.
It's not. Simple solution. Don't put your hands on nobody.
I agree, but you already know also in basketball can get tested. And in the men's nope. Because in the men's game, it happens all the time. We bump, you know what I'm saying? Guys will push and stuff. They'll separate.
Ain't nobody push nobody like that, though, and square up.
Yes, they have. They literally
and they didn't get ejected and suspended.
No.
Who was it then? Show me the footage.
I was literally at the Alabama A&M game. They got
into a different conference than the SEC.
Are we not talking about men's basketball right now? Period.
Are we talking about the SEC or are we talking about the SWAC? Because officiating is different on a conference by conference basis.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll take that.
Just like in football, it's a different on conference by conference basis. It's different in basketball, conference by conference basis.
I still don't think it should be a suspended game. If it was an actual fight, I agree. But they say it's saying a push.
The conference consider that a fight.
Okay.
It's a simple solution. Don't push nobody.
I agree, but we also know especially in sports, when it gets testy and stuff, you don't, you know what I'm saying, you don't just sit there and just you know what I'm saying, oh, nobody touches each other and stuff. People bump and push and stuff. It's just
squared up, bro. She didn't just push. She threw a setup like she was finna swing at the girl.
Okay.
Like, look. It wasn't just for the push. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's more to it than just pushing somebody. It's like they consider that a fight when you square up with somebody.
Okay.
But I feel like you got to be smarter than that, dog. If you know your team counting on you in a top 15 matchup, you can't get ejected in the first quarter for pushing somebody, dog. That just shows a lack of awareness and a lack of maturity on her part. But honestly, LSU need to send Oklahoma coach a gift basket after that game, because the only reason LSU won that game is because Oklahoma stopped pressing. If Oklahoma would have kept pressing, they would have beat LSU. LSU couldn't beat the press. They turned the ball over 5 times in a row. They couldn't. They were forcing bad shots, and Oklahoma cut it from a 20-point lead to a 1-point lead because LSU couldn't do nothing with the press. For the most of the reason why that lead was cut was because of the press. And then your coach, I know she above reproach for some of y'all, you know what I mean, but she gonna end up costing the team a game by saving her timeouts for the last minute, bro. You can't play your girls 30-something minutes, 35, 36, 37 minutes, and not call timeout until the last minute of the game, bro.
Yeah. Then today's game, LSU took on Mississippi State. It was a get back game from last year. LSU ended up getting the win. That one was I think like 13-point win. I can't remember what the final score was. I'm trying to pull it up now.
I know one thing. Old girl ain't gonna talk about Flage no more.
Who that?
The girl from Mississippi State. Last year in the tournament, she put on Twitter how she had 24 points on Flage, and call her Lil Fo. And then
81-67, yeah.
Today Flage locked her ass up.
Yeah, and she was coming off a 40-point game too. She had just had a 40-point game the week before. And today she had a whopping 9.
Mm-hmm.
9 points, 1 assist, 3 rebounds.
So. Yeah, she just dropped 40 on Missouri, but yeah, Jacayla Jordan locked that ass up, boy.
Yeah.
Got 16% from the field.
Yeah. Jersey had a pretty good game. She had 12 points, 7 rebounds. Anise dropped 18 and 20 with 1 assist, 2 steals, and a block.
That's number 100.
Michaela Williams had 22, 3, and 4. Flage had 25 and 2. She also had 4 blocks too. So
yeah.
And the bench didn't give you much. Cheyenne had 2. Yeah, well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. ADR had 2 points. Miracle had 2 points. Caitlin Gilbert had 3. Jada Richard had 5 minutes of play, but that's about it. Yeah, it's gonna catch up, but what do I know? You got anything else on basketball before we move on?
No.
All right. Moving on, man. We all know the situation that happened with Kyron Lacy or what he was arrested for and everything. Well, today a statement came out from his attorney, and we'll go ahead and throw it up here. Hold on, where? All right, so the attorney, Kyron Lacy's attorney, issued this statement today. Said, as the defense attorney for Kyron Lacy, I wish to address the charges of negligent homicide and clarify the facts surrounding this tragic incident. On the day of the accident, Mr. Lacy was driving on a road with 2 lanes in each direction. While briefly passing other vehicles, he safely re-entered his lane without incident. The collision that resulted in the death of Mr. Herman was not caused by Mr. Lacy's actions. The accident occurred directly in front of him when a second vehicle in the oncoming lane crossed the center line and collided with Mr. Herman's vehicle, in which he was a passenger. We are of information and belief that the vehicle that collided with Mr. Herman's vehicle was issued a citation. At no time did Mr. Lacy's vehicle strike the rear of Mr. Herman's vehicle, nor did any of the vehicles Mr. Lacy passed collide with his. After the collision occurred in front of Mr. Lacy, he cautiously went around the vehicles after passage was safe. It is crucial to emphasize that Mr. Lacy did not cause or contribute to the crash. There was no suspicion of alcohol or drug use involved. Furthermore, contrary to some media reports, Mr. Lacy never returned to the scene of the accident. And then it concludes, Mr. Lacy's actions following the incident, including sharing graduation pictures and engaging in training, were never intended to minimize the tragedy that occurred. He did not believe he was at fault for the accident. As such, he continued his daily activities. Throughout his career, Mr. Lacy has been an exemplary community member and teammate. We ask that he not be judged prematurely, and we are confident that further investigation will show he acted within the bounds of the law. I will vigorously defend his innocence in this case. Signed, Matthew Ory. And this is on WAFB.com, where you can find this statement. I'm sure it's other places too, but that's where I got it from. Ants, yo legalese. I know you speak legalese a little bit.
I ain't got nothing on it. I'm gonna let it play out, bro.
No, I was just actually just talking about referring to the statement as far as what he's saying. I know you know what I'm saying, no judge and all that, and wait till the end and all that. I get that. I'm not saying that.
I get he basically saying that the charges that they brought up were too either too strenuous, you know what I'm saying? Like or B
erroneous in saying that he was at fault.
Yeah, or should have never been brought up to begin with. Or no charges should have been brought up to begin with. That's all he really saying. But like I said, man, I'm gonna let it play out in court, see how it play out. You know, best of luck to him in this situation. But I think too many times we want to root for the guy to become free or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to make sure that somebody gets justice for losing their life.
Yeah, I agree. Like I don't know. Like I'm with you. I'm not fully aware of what happened and everything. I'm not familiar with the area. Reading that, it said I when I initially heard it, I heard about the story, I thought it was on a 2-lane highway or a 2-lane road, meaning it was one lane going in one direction, one lane going in the other. But reading this, it says it's not. It's that it's, you know what I'm saying, 4-lane. And unless I read it incorrectly. Or I misinterpreted wrong. Yeah, 2 lanes in each direction. Yeah. So it's just it's interesting to see. And I completely agree with you. This totally depends on I ain't gonna say depends. I want to see justice. However, that needs to be played out. I also don't want Kyron Lacy necessarily punished for accusations.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because we saw that play out with Lyle Collins. He had nothing, absolutely nothing to do with the young lady who lost her life. But when it happened, he ended up not being drafted and lost millions, honestly.
Yeah,
I saw that too. Yeah. Speaking of playing out and legal process, Justin Tucker has been in the news lately, in trouble for
Deshaun Watson.
Yeah. I wish it was in space last night. I was on one because somebody mentioned, they said, man, that's a touchy subject. I said, speaking of touchy subject, Justin Tucker's in the news. The crazy part about all this, in 2021, someone had a tweet they put out there that said, I'm not going to be the one that do it, but I just want y'all to know that Justin Tucker has been banned from several massage parlors in Baltimore. And then all of a sudden this came up.
That was like,
I know
what,
it's
2021 or something like
2021. 3 years later or 4 years later, now we are at this point where this is coming out. And and let me, this is gonna sound bad how I present this, but let me present this. I know a lot of people have kinks. How you get your freak on is your business.
Bro, where is this going?
I'm finna give you when you are a paid athlete who's paid millions the way these guys are, there are ways to handle business without harming or hurting people who are not into what you're into or not willing participants in what you are willing to do.
Man, 3 letters, bro.
Consent. I know it's more than 3 letters, but NDA. I know.
Just find somebody that's down for what you down for. If you
And
worried
that's
about it getting out, just make them sign an NDA and go do what you do, bro.
it's there's ways that you hold on, key,
It's
hold
not,
on.
no,
Cause he said, P, are
no,
you trying to tell us something? All I'm gonna
no,
say is key.
no.
I think you might want to slow your roll.
We're not doing that. We're not.
I'm just saying, because this show can be 2 hours. I'm just saying, slow your roll, bro.
We're not
But
doing that.
all I'm saying, and I say that to say this, because I'm finna tie this back to something else outside of that. You have the money and the means to, one, have these things and like you said, your NDAs, find willing participants, and go on about your business. That's just as this is almost as bad, if not worse, depending on the circumstances, as you drinking and driving, and you are $1 million athlete. One, why I get you on the drive. I get you on a drive and you drive your whip and all this. You can literally hire somebody to drive your car for you. You could hire a driver. It goes back and just like you said, the stuff you talk about of doing your car, have them sign an NDA and you good to go. Why are you doing this stupid stuff, bro? You making I just don't get it. Paul's Hub brought he said Big Ben, Joe Mixon, Watson. He said now Justin Tucker. The AFC North is a magnet for this archetype. Yeah. I don't even remember Joe Mixon situation. I thought his was college.
It was in college.
That was college, and that was a fight with a woman. I don't think that was.
He punched that girl in the bar.
Yeah. She spit on him or something, or was that a different one? I can't remember. I do know. I remember him. And the fact that it's so many that I had to say I can't remember if it was him or not.
Was that DeAndre Francois I'm thinking about?
No, both of them did. Both of them did. Francois did. I can't remember if she spit on him or what. I know Joe Mixon. It was something happened with that, but it's just still, man. Y'all stop. That's just yeah. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I got some. I know I got some. We at the part of the show. I got some quick hitters. We can throw. I guess we probably call these the part of the wrap up. I guess before we do our. What would you rather? Jameis Winston named as the Fox Sports digital correspondent for Super Bowl 59. I actually like Jameis I think Jameis as a commentator is gonna be hilarious. I mean, I get it. It's just
I just wonder how much they're gonna let him be Jameis though.
Yeah. He was telling a story today, bro, about Philly. His first time playing Philly, his rookie year, and he went today. He was telling. I forget when he told it. I don't know if you heard this. He said the first time he played they Philly, he said I don't know how that happened. He said, but they snuck in some Alaskan king crab and threw a cluster at him. He said, first of all, it's Alaskan king crab. How you stuck it in? And it was steam. He said it was hot. Yeah. He said, and it was the big ones with the spikes on. He said, how do you do that? So, bro, and then I just think about that. And then some of the games, saying, Jameis, you threw in 6 interceptions. How you gonna do it? I just hope the Lord deliver me from it. Oh man, that's my guy. I love Jameis, bro. He from not far from here, from Hewitttown. It's funny story. My cousin worked with his mama, bro. When he was at, when he was at Florida State, and she said all Jameis' mother ever said was, "I have a son that plays football. He's pretty good." This was the year he won the Heisman. I have a son that plays football. He's pretty good. That's all she ever said about him. Then she said, "Hey, I won't be at work. I got to go to New York for the Heisman's presentation." That's the only way they knew that was Jameis Winston's mama.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Humility, bro. Humility. I'm just presenting this story because I just want to see your reaction. Bill Belichick thinks that the Lombardi Trophy should be renamed after Tom Brady.
Anyway, if anything, name the MVP trophy after him, but not the damn Super Bowl trophy.
The Super Bowl MVP?
Yeah.
I could get with that. I can get that. I can get with that one.
It's like Bill Russell in the NBA. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I thought this was silly. It feels like another attempt to this is another attempt by Bill Belichick to stay relevant or whatever with Tom Brady, in my opinion.
Yeah, trying to make amends.
Yeah, because that at that roast, it was so you could tell it was forced. Kevin Hart was doing his best to force a friendship.
Yeah.
More coaching news. Some more coaching hires have happened. Eric Bienemy is set to be Chicago Bears' new running backs coach. I may was wrong on that one.
Yeah, I was. For sure.
I was wrong. I still don't know. I still think, I don't know. Too many people vouched though and said that, hey, he is the reason. But maybe I was. It ain't even the Washington for me. It's the UCLA. That's what's got me kind of.
It's both for me.
Well, the Detroit Lions aren't the only team in oh wait, that's Detroit, Michigan. My bad. Detroit Lions are replacing both coordinators. Well, so are the national champion Ohio State Buckeyes. They will be replacing both coordinators as well, as Chip Kelly is taking the OC job at the Raiders.
Yep. Chip Kelly and Pete Carroll now on the same coaching staff.
That's wild.
Coaching against John Harbaugh.
That's wild.
Or Jim Harbaugh, my bad.
Jim. So technically we're going to get Pac-12 after dark?
Yeah, right.
You got to think USC, Oregon.
I think that's a good fit for him, though, as the OC for the Pete Carroll. He going to run the ball, and that's what Pete Carroll want to do.
Yeah. Well, do Pete Carroll really want to run the ball?
Yeah,
he
don't want to be Russ Cook.
I was going to say, he don't want to.
I think that was Russ call, bro. That's why I think that was Russ call.
Yeah.
And Russ wanted to be the MVP, man.
Yesterday in the Senior Bowl, it was only fitting that this happened. Fairy tale ending. Jack Bech played in the Senior Bowl. He wore it number 7 to honor his brother. And he actually caught the game-winning touchdown and was awarded the MVP, Senior Bowl MVP. And this happens.
You know how many seconds was left on the clock on the last play?
How many?
7.
Wow. And this was just that right at, I say right at, it was right at about, a month since the tragedy in New Orleans too.
Yep.
Yes. So, that's why I ain't realized there was 7 seconds left when we did it. Yeah, man. Shout out to Jack Bech being able to do that and honor his brother in some way. They asked him about it. He said, man, it's simple. My brother has some wings on me. That's what he told NFL Network. So he gave them to me. He let that all take place. My Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, Tiger, nothing else but them. They're the reason I did it. What I did today, I attribute it all to them. So, yeah, my heart, man, goes out to him for that. You know it's got to be hard. But man, what I told you about what we're gonna be talking about, or what's gonna be the subject for Black History tomorrow. The first D1 HBCU's women flag football team made its debut yesterday. Alabama State went cross town and took on Huntington College in a flag football match, making history. They aren't the first HBCU flag football team, but they are the first D1 HBCU flag football team. And they actually they recruiting class probably better than a lot of other schools because they got players from Mobile, Prattville, which is right there in Montgomery. They got players from California. They got a lot of Georgia on their team. So yeah, they realistically went to a lot of spots that LSU or Georgia or Alabama would be recruiting to get their players. So yeah, big shout out to them. So all right, Aunt, you ready for this week's Would You Rather?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to get some music, you know what I'm saying? Figure out all these. All right, Aunt, would you rather throw a clean save, meaning come into, I know you know, but I'm just explaining to the come into a game, you know what I'm saying? Your team is up 1 and you strike out the side, or hit a walk off to win the game.
Walk off.
Really?
Not even close.
I don't know, bro. I might want clean
save. There's no drama in a clean save.
It is. If you striking out, you striking people out. You up 1 run and full count 3-2.
It's so drawn out. It's 3 batters. You know what I mean? Like you got
dominance though, bro. Dominance.
A walk off is dominant. What are you talking about?
It's all right.
Like how many? Freddie Freeman walk off home run in Game 1 of the World Series is going to be played for the rest of time. I guarantee you, somebody's came in the World Series in Game 1 and had a clean slave. You ain't never seen it.
I tell you what, people still talk about Mario Rivera a lot.
They talk about him. Name one clean save of his that they talk about. They talk about him as a player, not one moment that he has.
All right. Would you rather throw the game-winning touchdown pass or make the game-winning touchdown catch?
Ooh, now that's tough.
I mean, you can't use that argument this one now.
Nah, it's tough. I'd probably like to make the catch, because you end up the one, like, you the one that they all mobbing and celebrating on and stuff.
Let me ask you, I don't know. Think about it. Do we talk about 2 or more or do we talk about Devontae Smith as far as that 2nd to 26?
Fair. But do we talk about Devery Henderson or do we talk about Marcus Randall and the Bluegrass Miracle?
But yeah, I guess it's situational, huh? Because it depends on how.
Yeah, it depends on how you like who did the most work, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's like if it's thrown into the end zone, I would rather be the quarterback. But if I gotta do something to get to the end zone, I'd rather be the receiver.
Matter of fact, do we talk more about Jaden or do we more talk about Brown who caught the Hail Mary?
That's what I'm saying. If you throw it into the end zone, it's on the quarterback. But if you throw it short and you got to get to the end zone, it's on the receiver. That's how that's my answer.
All right. Look, all right. This one funny because hey, when I said you're gonna know why it's funny. Would you rather be tall and short? I mean, tall and slow, or short and fast? And I laugh because I think I'm more short and slow, so I'd rather be tall and fast. But nah, for real though, would you rather be tall and slow, or short and fast?
Short and fast.
I've been short a long time. I ain't really that short. I'm short-ish. I consider myself short. I want to know what 6'3" feel like. I don't care how slow I am.
You're gonna be 6'3" and then can't run for nothing.
You start running after a certain age anyway. Walking's better for your health.
I'm thinking we're talking about like as an athlete.
I am too, but I'm saying after the athlete days over with, I'd rather just be tall.
But tall people, like outside of athletics, people who are tall, they look out of place. Like, you ever just seen a 6'7" dude in Walmart? Like, he just look out of place. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't want to be that tall unless I'm an athlete. Like, once my athlete day is over, I'm getting surgery to make myself shorter.
You gonna get the shrinking surgery.
Like, for real, bro. I don't want to be 6'7" and like, what you a 6'7" and you just like what? Like, you 6'7" and you got a lawn care service or something. Like, what are you gonna do when you 6'7", bro? Like,
you can play. You can be a stunt man. Ain't many tall people in movies.
Exactly. So who you gonna be a stunt man for?
You can be a stunt man.
How many 6'7"? How many 6'7" actors need a stunt man?
Like the Avengers.
Ain't none of them 6'7".
They play 6'7". They act like they 6'7". See, you be a Transformer stunt man. You never know, man. Any of them things. You can be one of them. Speaking of, I'm gonna get dog. So I just found something out. I know this is off subject. The Power Rangers, all the fight scenes and stuff, they didn't do them. Those were all from a different show that was shot in Japan. Even Rita and her voice, that was from a completely different show that they just took that off of and put on.
You ruined my childhood,
bruh. When I heard that, I was. That's why the Yellow Ranger ain't have a skirt, because the Yellow Ranger in the Chinese adaptation was a dude. It's crazy, bro. All right, man. Let's get back to it. Would you rather join an experienced veteran team or a young, energetic team? I think this was. I know initially I was gonna say energetic. For me, without thought about it, I was like, I might want to be on a veteran team.
Give me a veteran team, because you know what I think about? Think about Carmelo Anthony. He went to the young, exciting team instead of going to Detroit. You know what I'm saying? Instead of going to when he got drafted, he got drafted to Denver. He got drafted to Denver, the young, energetic team, instead of getting drafted to Detroit, the veteran team. And he would have had a much better career if he would have been on the veteran team, in my opinion. So give me the veteran team.
Yeah.
They're gonna show me what it's like to be an NBA player or whatever player.
All right. Would you rather always lose the championship or never make the playoffs?
Would I rather lose the championship or never make the playoffs?
Always lose the championship or never make the playoffs.
Always lose the championship.
Same. I can agree on that one.
I'll be Marv Levy before I be Dennis Allen.
Ooh. Bar. Would you rather be teammates with your best friend or always battle your rival?
Always battle my rival. Cause me and my friends might not be friends long if we teammates.
All right.
See, this boy right here talking about stuff he don't know nothing about.
No, he didn't. The first team when Braun went to the scene, they were old.
Thank you. Motherfucker had Big Z, had Antoine Jameson and all them old boys. Man, that dude wasn't young.
Matter of fact, Paul Silas was the coach.
Old ass.
Paul Silas Sr. at that.
Rest in peace.
I didn't realize he passed too. I know he been. Golly, I ain't say I realized. I forgot. Ooh. Would you rather practice early in the morning or late at night?
Early in the morning.
Yeah.
This man talking about it felt like it was just you was like 3. What are you talking about?
Matter of fact, he finna make me look up that team. 2000. Was it 2003 or 2003? 2003, 2004 Cleveland roster. All right. Tony Battie, Carlos Boozer, J.R. Bremer, Kedrick Brown, Mateen Cleaves.
Mateen Cleaves.
I hadn't heard that name in a long time.
Oh my God, Mateen Cleaves.
Ricky Davis, Dasongo Diop, Big Z, LeBron James, Jason Capono,
from UCLA.
Oh, yeah. Jelena McCoy, he was from UCLA too. Jeff McInnes, Chris Mim, Darius Miles,
D.
Miles, wow. Lee Nalen, Ira Newble. Kevin Ollie was on this team.
Ira Newble, man, with the dread, with the braids, with the back.
Michael Stewart, Bruno Sundove, DeJuan Wagner, and Eric Williams.
DeJuan Wagner.
And it was 6 years, 1 year, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 5 year, 2 year, 5 year, rookie, 5 year, 6 year, 3 year, 3 year, 3 year, 3 year, 6 year, 6 year, 5 year, 1 year, 8 year.
Yeah, that's about like how Melo team was. Melo team had John Barry, who had been in the league 11 years, Marcus Camby, who had been in the league 7 years, and Vashawn Leonard, who been in the league 8 years. Ooh, everybody other than that, 5 or less. Like 2 years rookie, 4 years, 5 years, 5 years rookie, 1 year, 4 year, 4 year, 2 year, 1 year, 2 year.
That's wild.
Man, Chris Anderson, Earl Boykins, Nene, Andre Miller.
Nene, wow. I hadn't heard that. He got to a point he just went by Nene.
Yeah, he started the league by just being Nene. Nene Hilario.
That's when I remember when he was Nene Hilario. Then he changed. I was like, wow.
You remember who? I used to think Kenneth Fareed was gonna be a monster, bro.
Yeah.
The only difference is the only difference key is that one of them was in the West and one of them was in the East. That's the only difference. The West was a gauntlet back then, bro.
Mm.
So the Warriors calling trying to get Durant.
Is that the latest? What you see?
Mm-hmm. That's what I see.
Okay.
And I heard they was trying to get LeBron too.
That wouldn't surprise me at all.
Because the Jimmy Butler talk stalled.
Mm-hmm. Warriors trying to make one last push.
Mm-hmm.
If LeBron if they trade him, that's different from if he just went over there.
But who you trading him for?
That's a good question. That'll tarnish his legacy.
It's gotta be Kuminga and something.
Yeah. Bless you.
Appreciate you. Yeah, it's gotta be Kuminga, dog, and something. You know what I mean? Like, because if you the Lakers and you giving up LeBron, it's got to be for the future. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't trading LeBron to try to win right now. You trading LeBron to win in 2, 3, 4, 5 years. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
That'll be some young pieces if you trading LeBron.
Trying to see if we got anything else. You sent this. You see old boy with the boxing with the jeans, shorts, and Timbs.
This shit, boy.
I ain't gonna lie, and that is the cleanest boxing.
Yeah, that is a clean boxing
outfit because it wasn't real jeans, but they made it look like, you know what I'm saying, the denim pattern, and she even had like the rip at the bottom. I was like,
I thought them was real Timbs though.
I thought they was I thought they did like real Timbs, but they boxing. Man, that is clean.
Then he won. Let's make it even cleaner, bro.
Yeah. BX stand up, dead ass. That's how you gotta talk with stuff like that. Dead ass.
Why would they trade Steph for LeBron? If the whole point is for Steph and LeBron to play together. And if you the Lakers,
would you rather have LeBron? Would you rather have Bron or Steph? Give me LeBron.
No. If I'm the Lakers, would I rather have LeBron for 2 more years max, or would I rather have possibly Kuminga, a couple more pieces for 10 years?
Yeah.
Like, y'all Laker LeBron fans gotta separate the two. You can't, because at this point, what's best for LeBron and what's best for the Lakers is about to be two different things.
That's true. And which one you're right.
So at some point, y'all gotta pick which side y'all gonna be on. Y'all gonna be Laker fans or y'all gonna be LeBron fans? Because if you're a Laker fan, at some point trading LeBron is gonna be the best thing for y'all to do. To get young pieces to put around the 25-year-old you just traded for. Instead of building around the 40-year-old, you got to start building around the 25-year-old.
Yeah. There's some.
I ain't saying like they got to trade them this year or nothing, but I'm just saying at some point you got to start building around. At some point you got to start building around the young guy, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what is Bron? And then you gotta think about what is Bron's worth at this stage right now. Like, yeah, he great, but he ain't a top 5 player in the league. He ain't a top 3 player in the league. You got to figure out what is his worth. And then you got to consider that he getting older every year and it's going downhill, bro. I'm not saying I'd trade him for Kuminga straight up, but I would trade him for a package that included Kuminga and some other pieces. I don't think the Warriors necessarily could do it just based off their roster. I think they would have to get some other people involved, like a 3-team trade or something. You know what I mean? Maybe something where like, this is just off the top of my head, but something like LeBron goes to the Warriors, Kuminga goes to the Lakers, Brandon Ingram goes to the Lakers, and then Moses Moody and somebody come to the Pelicans. You know what I'm saying? Something like that.
Trade line February 6th.
I hate when people do this. When people do this.
Talking about LeBron? But that's one game. What is he averaging?
Thank you. You pulling up one game. He ain't good for that no more, bro.
And the thing is, even listen, as a Laker fan myself, the one thing I do know, he gonna miss some games. There at some point, he's going to miss some games because he's just old. He's injured. He's averaging. I mean, and it's still
good. Don't get me wrong, but
it's a great stat line. But the problem is, you may get this year, and that's it. He's averaging 20. I mean, he's averaging 24, 7.5. 7.6 rebounds and 9.1 assists, shooting 51%. Excellent, great, phenomenal. But how long do we have that? It's not going to be long.
I mean, and that ain't the problem. The problem ain't the offense side of the ball.
Oh yeah, that's true too.
Like, go look at his defensive analytic numbers since you an analytic guy, Key. Like, his defensive win shares are down considerably from last year, like almost half of what they were. His defensive box plus minus is down considerably from last year and the year before and the year before that. So it's like, yeah, his offense is good, but he's not playing defense. That's why he's able to play offense, because he's coasting on defense to save all his energy for offense. Like, don't get me wrong, he's still playing good, but he's not a top 3, top 5 player in the game right now. And it's okay to say that. Like, he's 40 years old, bro. It's a good ass game, though.
Yeah, it is. I wish Damian Lillard would just score.
All right, so if you the Lakers, you betting on LeBron to do this for 5 more years?
No, LeBron ain't gonna be there 5 more years.
No, they said how long we gonna keep saying how much longer? How much money are you willing to bet that he'll do it for 5 more years?
LeBron already said he got like 2, maybe 3 years.
What?
What?
I'm done, bro. This dude just said LeBron will get more than what they just spent for Luka. Ain't nobody trading AD for LeBron right now, bro. Stop it. Stop it, bro. The only reason they traded AD for Luka because Luka is 25. Oh, I agree. He top 25. No, I agree with that. But they keep making it seem like he a top 5 player in the league. top 5. I mean, keep talking about they get more than what they just got spent on Luka. Ain't nobody trading AD for LeBron right now, man. The only reason y'all didn't have to give up draft capital is because y'all gave up a top 10 player in the league. That's part of the compensation Dallas got back in return. So if y'all traded LeBron, would y'all's compensation equal a top 10 player in the league? You got me on here arguing with Key.
He said draft capital wise for a top 3.
AD a top 3 player in the league?
No, definitely not in my eyes.
I think he top 10.
Yeah, I agree with that pick. It's just say he can give you top 5 moments still. I give you that.
LeBron?
No, I don't know if he's talking about. I'd say LeBron or AD.
I think they both can give you moments, but I don't think neither one of them are consistently top 5.
Yeah,
Luka top 3, sure, but you missing the point, Key. Y'all gave up a top 10 player for Luka. If y'all traded LeBron, would y'all get a top 10 player in return? Because you said y'all would get more in return for LeBron than what y'all spent on Luka. See, I don't like that narrative, and I'm not even an AD fan, bro.
What about him being injured all the time?
Yeah, he been healthy. He been healthy his last 2 years, and I'm not even an AD fan, but I gotta give him credit. He done got better at being healthy. And Pegasus is right. End of the day, the Lakers won that deal by a landslide, and when LeBron leave, they'll still be set up for success. As long as Luka get his mind right, which I think getting traded and losing out on $100 and some million is going to get your mind right.
Yeah. All right. You through arguing with Key?
Yeah, I'm done.
All right. Key gonna write a diss track for you.
He don't want no smoke.
you say. PG go hard in the paint. That's go. That was going. I get minutes. That's gonna be
True floor general.
That's it. Go. This song gonna be. It's for all y'all that say we ain't out there working in the gym. My PG be winning. Gang, gang. All right, man. I'm done playing with y'all. All right, well, let me get the theme music going or the diss track. Get it going. Yeah. Y'all don't want to see me out in the coat. It's the lucky 1113. All right, man. We'll be back. We'll be back later this week. Like that, we out.
This show was presented by betonline.ag.
Bring me my money.
You can find the Golden Boot Podcast on YouTube at Golden Boot.
On Twitter at Golden Boot. On Instagram at Golden Boot. On Facebook at The Golden Boot Pod. On TikTok at Golden Boot. Or listen on all streaming platforms. Golden Boot!